So what if I told you that everything, and I mean everything, has a sound? Yeah, not just the obvious stuff, like music or a car horn. I'm talking about a rock, a cloud, even a thought popping into your head. In this explainer, we're going to dive into this wild idea that the entire universe is one giant symphony, and we've only been hearing a tiny, tiny piece of the music. All right, to get us started, let's just chew on this one question for a second. Does true silence actually exist? I mean, is there any place, any state of being at all, where there is just a complete and total absence of sound? Just keep that question tucked in the back of your mind as we go through this. So, how is that even possible? How can everything have a sound? Well, the answer isn't some kind of magic. It actually boils down to a fundamental principle of physics. It's like an unbreakable chain reaction, a really simple sequence that connects the simple act of moving to the creation of sound. And here's that chain, right here. It's so simple but so powerful. It all kicks off with motion. See, any movement at all, no matter how tiny, creates a vibration. That vibration, in turn, produces a wave. And a wave, well, by its very nature, is sound. Motion to vibration, vibration to wave, and wave to sound. It's this perfect, unbroken line of logic.
Okay, so let's take this idea out for a spin, starting with the most obvious examples, the living world all around us. This is where it's easiest to start recognizing all the sounds that are generated by constant movement.
You've got the easy ones, right? All the active animals, from a lion's roar to a mosquito's buzzing, and of course, all our moving machines. But then you get to this one, all growing plants. Think about that for a second. The actual act of a plant growing, its cells dividing, stretching toward the sun, that's a form of motion. And if it's got motion, well, it's got to have a sound.
And this idea gets down to the most subtle, delicate movements imaginable. Picture the almost totally silent flutter of a butterfly's wings. We might not be able to hear it, but that gentle little motion is creating these tiny vibrations, its own unique and quiet sound in the world. Or let's take that same idea and just blow it up to a colossal scale. Think about the silent, slow drift of clouds way up in the sky. If you follow the logic, that incredible slow-motion ballet happening in our atmosphere has to be part of our planet's soundscape too. Okay, but what about things that don't seem to move at all? This is where the whole idea gets really, really interesting. Let's start digging for the sounds hidden inside of objects that we would normally consider to be perfectly still.
And this brings us to what you could call a paradox. Let's take a mountain. I mean, it's the very symbol of stillness and silence, right? But is it really still? Because on a microscopic level, its molecules are just vibrating like crazy. And on a cosmic level, that entire mountain is hurtling through space as the Earth spins and orbits the sun. It is in constant, powerful motion, and therefore, it must have a sound.
And this principle, it doesn't just stop at solid objects. I mean, flowing water, crashing waves, that makes sense. But think about the waves we can't even see. Radio signals, your phone's Wi-Fi. They're literally defined by their wave frequency. So by our definition, they're a form of sound. Get this, even the faint light from a candle is a wave of photons. So yeah, it has a sound too. All right, so now let's shift our focus. Let's turn our attention inward, to all the sounds we can't see, but that are happening all around us and even inside of us at every single moment.
Just imagine it, all around us, right beneath the surface, and totally beyond our senses. There is this whole universe of hidden vibrations, just constantly unfolding, and each one has its own signature sound.
Seriously, think about it right now. The blood that's flowing through your veins, the hidden springs moving deep in the earth right under your feet, the nutrients getting pulled up through an ancient tree. All of this is motion. It's like this vast hidden orchestra of unseen movement just playing out all around us.
And this right here brings us to the most personal level imaginable, your consciousness itself. Your brain is generating electrical signals. Those are brainwaves. Your heart is beating in a rhythm. And this logic suggests that even our thoughts, our very ideas, are a kind of wave activity. They have a frequency. They have a sound. You, at your very core, are a symphony.
So, from the deeply personal, let's take one final giant leap. We're going to expand our listening from just ourselves all the way out to the entire cosmos. This is it. This is the ultimate conclusion of that simple little chain of logic we started with. If all motion creates sound, and the entire universe is in constant, unending motion, from expanding galaxies to vibrating quantum strings, then the universe itself must have a sound. Even the so-called void of space, which is teeming with energy, isn't silent. It has a sound too.
This all leads to a pretty powerful, really philosophical conclusion. The God who created all things in the universe has sound. This statement kind of takes our physical principle and just elevates it, suggesting that the very source of creation, the ultimate act of motion, is itself the ultimate form of sound.
Which brings us right back around to where we started, that question about silence. But it leaves us with a new, much more profound question to think about. If absolutely everything, from a butterfly's wing to a distant star to your own thoughts, has a sound, then how much of this universal symphony have we been missing? What have we truly heard?